Time and season. I repeat, time and season. I was young. Now I'm still young, but I'm older than I used to be. I was once 18. I was once 16. I was once that 12-year-old girl who wanted so much for herself, who wanted to grow up so badly so that she could have friends, party, have money, have a boyfriend. I was once that young girl. But the difference between that young girl and the Oladayo that I am right now is that young girl did not understand time and season. That young girl did not understand that things would happen when the time is right. That young girl did not understand that you would have it all one day. And when you do, what next? That young girl knows better now. That young girl is me. Are you also that young girl? Welcome to Soul Ties with Ola Oluwatayomi. I know that we all have our worries, we all have our, things. We all have that thing in our mind that, oh my God, I wish I can do this. I wish this is happening. I wish I can buy a car right now. I wish I can buy a house right now. But the concept of time and season is what has, been keeping me on my feet and helping me understand that things would happen when the time is right. When I was younger, I used to be that girl. I've said it before on this podcast that I used to be that girl who wanted the validity of a man. I wanted a man to validate me. So I wanted to be loved by a man. I wanted a boyfriend. I wanted, I always craved to be with a man. I stopped being the person just like 2 years ago. It is not something that comes with age for me. It's just something that it comes with me realizing and me understanding myself better. You understand? But for a long time in my life, I always wanted to get validated by men and by people around me. I made so many wrong decisions in life because of that. There was nobody at home to really, really guide me. Everybody was just preaching fear. Everybody was telling me, don't do this, don't do that. But no one actually gave me a reason not to do this and not to do that. So the more fear they preach, the more reason I want to, really do it. Because, okay, what's the worst that can happen? And when the worst happened, okay, tell me the worst again. But no one actually taught me the right thing to do. Everybody was just teaching me what is wrong. Everybody was telling me what is wrong. But no one actually properly taught me what was right. And that did not help me as a child. I wanted to have a boyfriend. I wanted to have a car. I wanted to be in a rich family. I wanted to live like the $10. I wanted to have a good phone and, do all of those things the adults had. But I did not understand time and season. I did not understand that there's a time in my life where I have to go through certain things so I can become a certain person. And there was nobody out there to guide the little young girl that I was. Everybody was just preaching fear. Just the way people preach hellfire, but no, nothing else. You understand? Yeah. And, that didn't really help me until I grew up. And, I have made a lot of mistakes already. I have become that girl already. I've had to go through the hard way already. But the difference between me now and the me then is I understand time and season now. 2 years ago, no, that'll be 3 years now. 3 years ago, I started Glamour by Ella, my lip care brand, with the aim of actually expanding the business and, doing it in a bigger scale. I had my fears. How will I get it done? What will I do? I have expanded the business. I have a new business. I have 2 new businesses actually that people don't even know I have. Like, it is only a few set of people who know me, who know me beyond social media, or who know me beyond, the outside me, that knows that, oh yeah, there's of this brand, there's of this brand. Yeah, I'm putting it out there. I have 2 other brands besides Glamour by Ella. And it's just time and season, because if anybody had told me that 2 years later or 3 years later into Glamour by Ella, I would expand, I would do something bigger for myself, I would lie. That is a lie. Stop lying. But I did not understand time and season, because I wanted to expand. I wanted to go big. But I needed to start small so that I can grow big. Glamour by Ella is no longer a small business, because I was a small business. But I needed to start as a small business so that I can become what I am today. And guess what? This is not even the end for that brand. This is not even the end for who I am. This is not even the end for what I have become. Time and season. I know better now. Time and season. You would grow older and understand better. Time and season. See, the Yorubas will say, Igba ni onigba nlo. That is, the timer uses the time. That's such a mess. But it just means that you get to use your time. Yes, the timer uses the time. You as a person, you would use a certain time in life. Things change. Understand that things change, people change, you have changed, I have changed. But the concept of time and season will make you understand that things would not remain the same till the end of time. But the only way it will remain the same till the end of time is if you as a person decides not to grow, if you as a person decides not to put in the effort. Else, it will not even remain the same. It will go bad. That's the thing. It's either it is getting better or it is going bad. Now, getting better may not be so obvious. Your growth may not be obvious to you. Funny enough. Or your growth may be obvious to you, but it is not obvious to so many other people. See, I have said it on this podcast before that some people still judge me based on the past mistakes I have made in life, just because they knew me as a 10. They knew the 16-year-old, 19-year-old Dio who made certain mistakes in life. Some people still do not relate with me because of those mistakes. Whatever works for them, whatever writes their votes. But my growth is evident to me. I look at myself in the mirror sometimes and I tell myself, girl, you're doing better. Look at you. I was that girl my mother was really scared for her future. But look at me right now. I'm my mama's pride. My mama's pride, bruh. And some people, based on whatever that point in my life when they met me, they still, think about me from that light, which is fine. But I need people to understand time and season. I need you to understand time and season, that it is either you make things go bad or you make it better. So if you do not want to put in the effort, if you do not want to grow as a person, as an individual, you will make it worse. It might not be so obvious to you that you're making it worse, but I'm telling you, you would make it worse. But if you put in the effort to intentionally make it better, now the result of you doing all of that might not be evident to you. But guess what? Your consistency over time, you would see the difference. Time and season. because over time your growth will become obvious. Time and season. Some people will walk into your life just to make your life better, and that is where their work stops. They are not meant to be with you for the rest of your life. Time and season, they're supposed to be there for you at that point in time, at that season of your life. And some people will be there for a longer while. Time and season. I lost a friend back in 2019, and when she died, it felt like my world was over. It felt like I just couldn't do it anymore. And the time I lost that was one of the wrongest time of my life, because I had just gotten over a suicidal attempt, and 2 days later she died during childbirth. And I just didn't know what next to do with my life at that point. But time and season. She was meant to be in my life at that point. She was meant to be there. She has left her mark. If I die today, time and season, my dear, what mark have I left behind? So it is either I do better for myself as an individual, or I make it worse. Because nothing is permanent, my dear. So it is either it is better or it is worse. She get time and season. It may feel like, this point in my life, nothing is working. I don't give it time. Why not put in the effort and give it time? It may feel like everybody is getting it and you're not. Oh gosh, everybody's in their 20s and they're riding the biggest of the biggest cars. They are getting married. They are getting the good men. They are doing this. They are doing that. Time and season, my dear. When your time comes, when your season comes, it will be evident. You will be there to watch it, to watch yourself, to watch how far you've come. So time and season. Don't beat yourself up for whatever it is. The timer uses the time. God, I beg. So, maybe now is your time. But how would you know when you're not putting in the effort? Or maybe now is not your time. But how would you know if you're giving up? Don't give up. Don't give up on me. Don't give up on that business. Don't give up on that thing that you do. Don't give up on that person. Don't give up on us. Don't give up on your love for me. Oladayo. Don't give up. Time and season. Shogba, my dear. And I love you. I love you so much. Your time will come. Your time has come. Just don't give up. Use it.